Infusionsoft Email Hippo. In this video, we're going to talk about using Email Hippo with your Infusionsoft account to help hopefully increase the lead quality and the deliverability for your Infusionsoft account. Now, Email Hippo is a service that checks the validity of the email addresses and can send back a few pieces of information. And they send back the status either none, safe to send, do not send, and risky to send. And there's some more information, and I'm going to show you how we collect that and use that. So let's dive right in. You're going to log in. The assumption is you've already got email verification installed on your site and you're ready to go. There should be a link somewhere that shows you where to get this. But go ahead and log in. And the first thing you want to do is click on Accounts. We're going to find our Infusionsoft app name, Infusionsoft API key, and then the email API, Email Hippo API key. So let's start with Infusionsoft. So I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to copy this link right from the top. And actually I don't want all of it. Take it back here, drop it in there, remove the extra at the end. The Infusionsoft API key you can find by going to the drop down arrow, go to Admin, Settings, and then click on Application until you see the encrypted key. Go ahead and copy that back to Integrate Pro Email Verification, paste in the Infusionsoft API key. Now you want to get your Email Hippo API key. Go into your Email Hippo account, the portal.emailhippo.com, and from Dashboard you want to click on Real Time and Real-Time API. And here you want to copy your API license key back to Integrate Pro Email Verification and go ahead and paste in the Email Hippo API key. Click on Submit, and that's taken care of. So the next thing we want to do is we want to go to Email Hippo. And before that we do that, we want to make sure we have tags in Infusionsoft that are appropriate for the different statuses. So we've already talked about none, safe to send, do not send, risky to send, and now there's a few more pieces called is role. In other words, is it a role like info, postmaster, no reply? Is it from a free email account service? Is it a disposable email address? Is it a dark web email address? Is it a gibberish domain? I think that's actually kind of a good one to filter out when people just kind of randomly hit the keyboard. Is gibberish user, and then is it a spam trap? And I have a question about that. I don't know how they figure that one out, but they report it. So you want to make sure in your Infusionsoft account you have appropriate tags created. I've already done that, but you want to go into here, contacts, go to settings, tags, and I've already created the ones called Email Hippo dash and whatever's the appropriate name based on the status that Email Hippo sends back. So now I want to assign those tags based on the status at Email Hippo. So I'm going to search for and then click on Submit. We have one more thing we need to do, which is set up a campaign in Infusionsoft that now uses this. So you want to click on Email Hippo again and copy this webhook URL. Go back into Infusionsoft and create a campaign. So I'm going to go to Marketing, Campaign Builder, create my own campaign. And no surprise here, I'm going to call it Email Hippo. And however you want to get somebody in there, for instance, if they submit a web form, if you apply a tag, and this is a good practice to do typically when people join and also after a certain number of days of inactivity or not clicking emails. Are they still valid? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a tag, and I've got one I just used for emergency purposes called panic. Not that this is a panic situation. I want to go ahead and add an e-sequence. This is going to be an Email Hippo HTTP post. Go ahead and connect the two. I'm going to go ahead and drop in HTTP post. Double click that. Post in the URL, and that's it. we do not need to have any more name value pairs. The script is smart enough to go find the email address. If you were to include it, that would be fine, but you don't need to. So I'm going to go ahead and just change that out of draft mode. Change this out of draft mode and go back and publish this. So now let's find a contact to put in and to make sure this works properly. Okay, here's a contact. In this case has no tags whatsoever, so we're going to apply the panic tag and see if we get a tag applied based on the email hippo status. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the panic tag, which I believe is right here. And it can take a minute or less than a minute, and I'm just going to sit here and refresh this, hoping that I get a result back shortly. There it is. The email hippo safe to send tag has been applied. So that's how you used Infusionsoft email hippo